Excuse me.
Did you start it? You did? Teresa's probably going to announce it for him. Should I start?
Oh.
No, you're good. Hey guys, so before we start our very special Veterans Day activity, Teresa's going to announce a few birthdays. We have a couple birthdays today now. So without further ado, Teresa.
First, before we jump into the birthdays, I want to talk about some anniversaries. I don't know, Candace PT is in here right now, but she's been with us 9 years this week. Thank you, Candace. And Tiffany Ward has been with us 9 years too. Thank you. And then we have some birthday announcements this week. We had our student Gabby's birthday. She turned 15, so happy birthday to Gabby. And we have Sabina in the room right now. Sabina's birthday this week too, turning 12. And finally, someone that is in the room. A big happy birthday this week to Mia. We'll do a quick happy birthday song to Mia. We'll go Mia, Gabby, and Sabina. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And Jamie just walked in the door, so let's give up to Timmy for 9 years.
So hi guys, today we have a special Veterans Day activity and we have a couple guests that were so nice to come out to celebrate with us. They're going to read a couple stories, but first I'm going to have them introduce themselves and tell you which branch of the military they served in and how long you served.
Thank you, Mia. So, my name is Lillian Morrison. This is my husband, Ricky. And I'm an Air Force veteran. My husband is an Army veteran. I've worked at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base for about 6 years. And then at a place called the Air Force Academy for 2 years. So total time I did was 8 years, and my husband's about the same. He's a war veteran, so I'll let him tell you what he did in the Army.
You all are too young to remember Desert Storm. You're only 15. So I deployed to Southwest Asia. Who knows where Southwest Asia is? You already got me lost over there. So I deployed in combat, fought in Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and then I got out of the military to SEAL Academy.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Take it away.
Okay, you all are going to help me read today. Okay? Yes?
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Now, we got to practice this, so don't leave me hanging, okay? This, you ready? This is the ooh section. Now, let's practice. I'm going to say ooh, and Ooh. Not bad. This section is the ah section. Wait. Hey, you're the ooh section, not the ah section. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Ooh. You're going to help me read. This is called his, or H, I'm sorry. I need help reading. This is H is for arm. Now, when I point to you, let's practice again. All right, you got it. Experts. Okay, when I point to you, let's do this. Okay, give me an A for Army and an A for Air Force 2, an A for all the armed forces services behind the red, white, and blue. Did we just not go over this? One more time. All right, so what's his name? Nehemiah just changed the group. It's the section. This really is the what section? Ooh, and you are. Don't make me have to practice this all day. Okay, they stand at attention, tall and proud, all impeccably dressed. An A for the American Armed Forces, an A for the world's very best. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. No offense, but the letter B means that you're a brat. Who's a brat? This I remember Desert Storm. Section is this. Still a brat. Okay. Your brother and your sister too. And there's nothing wrong with that. Military kids are known as brats. Did you all know that? So I am an army brat. My father was an army person. My wife's father was an army person. So we're all brats. Not like that. What is your name back there? Miss Desert Storm. Kia, the brat, right? Yeah, she is. Okay. Any Marine will tell you the letter C should stand for Corps. That was pretty weak. Right. We got to work on this side over here. You're in training. It takes courage and character. It takes commitment and more. From Camp Lejeune to Pendleton, to the Marine Corps stands by, ready to go wherever they're called, true to Semper Fi. Everybody gets shy when you put a microphone in front of them. All right, we're going to go to the adults now. What section is this? It's week 2. Okay. Don't you dare dally and don't be late. Stand at attention. Ramrod straight. Is the drill sergeant making things rough? You'll thank him someday for being so tough. What is wrong with you all? Now, what section is this? There you go. Okay. We'll get to these. The Navy SEALs Who knows what the Navy SEALs are? You know what the Navy SEALs are? What are the SEALs? What do they do? That's right. They're marine tacticians. They fight underwater. That is a great response. Ooh. Special Tactics, MEUs, and the Daring Delta Force is for the elite forces. They're trained with extra care. They know too well when duty calls, danger may be there. Okay. Behind each sailor, behind each soldier, someday, somewhere, cares. Behind each airman, coastie, and marine, someone is saying their prayers. Y'all pray? Who prays here? Great. Pray for the ooze. Okay, let's do the G's. G is just a game. It's just a game, you say. Those in the Army and Navy don't quite see it that way. The Army-Navy football game is a November celebration. Have any of y'all ever been to the Army-Navy football game? How about Army-Air Force? Okay, so I want the ooze to change your ooze when I say Air Force to booze. Air Force. Now, I want the ahs when I say West Point to say West Point. I told you we were better service. Okay. Come on, don't let me lose you here. Let's do the letter H. Can you all say H? H, okay. Not everyone hears it, it's just a few, but there's no denying it once you do. When your country calls, you do your part. So H is for, what do you think H is for? Honor. Who said that? Hey. She cheated. All right. H is for honor in the American heart. Oh, it does my heart good to be here with you all. It really does. There we go. Okay, we're getting through this. Let's see. Okay, you're visiting headquarters to see the CO. You're surrounded by several officials. You're also surrounded by so many letters, and that's why I's for initials. R and R, TDY, a 9 at the BOQ. And when you're hungry, it's good to know an MRE will do. Who knows what an MRE is? You know what an MRE is? It is a... Exactly. It feels ready to eat. Too smart. Alrighty. J. The letter J is just the thing to get from here to there. Keep up with me now. Alright. Here's one racing down the road, and there's another one up in the air. Jeeps and jets take different routes, but both of them help prove the military can't keep still. It's always on the move. Now write the letter K. Pucker up for letter K. What's a word that starts with the letter K? Anyone? You all don't know your alphabet, do you? How about kiss? Pucker up for the letter K for a kiss of fabulous flair, captured in a famous photo on a corner in Times Square. A happy sailor and a happy gal had learned the war was done. Their sweeping kiss captured the joy when World War II was won. Okay, Miss Desert Storm, pay attention. Do you remember World War II? also. Don't leave me. I think they got you beat. All right, we'll do the letter M. The letter M means military police, better known as MPs. When you live on post or a military base, you'll need a few of these. They guard the base and keep the place as secure as it can be. When you arrive at the entrance gate, MPs are the first you see. That's good. Keep it up. All right. Our letter P will make you proud. I'm so proud of all of you. Very proud of you. You're honorary veterans. How about that? Our letter P will make you proud and cause a little commotion. Here's a hug. Who's been hugged today? Has anybody got a hug today? You got a hug today?
Yeah, I need a hug today.
Come on, those are free. Why are you guys being so stingy? Okay, let's talk about you. If someone asks you about your quarters, I know it may sound funny, but they'd like to know about your home, not about your money. I don't have any money right now. Q is for quarters, which means your house, perhaps on government land. Uncle Sam provides you with quarters, but they won't fit in your hand. Okay, so quarters are where you live. All right. R. Whose name starts with R? No one? R, what's your name?
They say
Rachel?
Rachel.
Rachel. Do you all not know Rachel?
We love Rachel.
Is she new? Yes? No? Okay. You know who else's name starts with R? Mine. That's what I'm talking about there. You and me, Rachel, we're going to do this. Okay. Rise and shine for the letter R. Early every day. R is the sound of reveille or revel. Heard from miles away. We raise the flag as the bugler plays with the rising of the sun. He'll play retreat to lower the flag later that day when that day is done. Okay. Let's do. We'll get through this. Okay, we got. What comes after R? What comes after S? What comes after T? Okay. You have a choice. What letter do you want to do next? Well, that's going back. Oh, D. So you want to do D again? She wants to do a repeat. These are called reruns. So we'll do a choice from each one of you. Or this side next on the letter. So we're going to do D. Okay, you ready? You ready for the D repeat? Don't you dare dally. Are you holding us up? And don't be late. Stand at attention. Ramrod straight. D is the drill sergeant making things rough. You'll thank him someday for being so tough. So, the staff here, now this is just for the kids. Okay? Pay attention. Don't be oohing and ahhing me right now. Is the staff tough on you all? Or is it a good staff? Who's your bestie here, staff person? Who has a bestie staff person? That tells me a lot there. Who is your favorite staff person? Aren't you staff? Let's do H for humility. I know, right? There you go. Okay, here's your choice. What's the letter you want to do last? So I can let Miss Morrison come up. Because you're going to have to really help her. What letter? Let's get this side. What letter you want to do next? The last letter. Better be a good one.
X.
X.
Wait.
What letter? Hey. Okay. She's going back to the beginning. Okay. Give me an A for Army and an A for Air Force 2. An A for all the armed forces behind the red, white, and blue. They stand at attention, tall and proud, all impeccably dressed. An A for the American Armed Forces, and A for the world's very best. So I want you all to give me an A. No, it's actually an A for you. I want you to applaud yourselves. Okay, my time is up. Try the meal. It's great.
Okay, well, did you guys like the first book, H is for Honor?
Yeah.
So the next one is called U.S. Air Force. I'm going to be partial to this one, I can tell. I don't have a book, so I'm going to have to read it off the screen. Is that okay? Okay, you'll help me if you can. If you help me, it'll be nice. So, okay, chapter 1, in the air. A jet. So, here's our jet. You guys know what that, you've seen a jet before? Yeah. It says, a jet zooms overhead. It's a U.S. Air Force fighter jet. It's on patrol. It's looking for danger. The Air Force is part of the U.S. military. Its members are called airmen. They defend the United States. They fight in the air, in space, and they even work in cyberspace. They also protect U.S. allies. What do we notice about this pilot? Yeah, who said that? Yeah, she's a girl pilot. Fantastic. Okay, next page, please. The Air Force uses many aircraft. Large bombers drop bombs, gunships shoot from the sky, fighter jets attack enemy aircraft in the C-5M Super Galaxy. Carry supplies. It's the Air Force's largest plane. Okay, so we have 4 planes here. Which one do you guys like the best? You like the Super Galaxy that carries lots of stuff? The fighter jet that goes really fast? Bombers? Or the gunships? So when I point it, say who or I if you like it. How about this one? That one too, it goes fast. How about this one? Okay, how about this one? I think you guys like this one the best. The fighter jet. Okay. Next page, please. Okay. Air Force jobs. Lots of different types of jobs. Recruits go through basic training. They learn about serving in the Air Force, how to fire weapons, and they're tested physically. Airmen go to school, they train for jobs, and then most are sent to a base. They work there and they live there. Thank you. Okay, so never mind, I'll ask this one. What do you guys notice about this airman? He's wearing something that starts with the letter U. U for... Oh, uniform. Excellent. Good job. Okay, so airmen do many jobs. Some are mechanics, others work in healthcare. Some are air traffic controllers, like this young man is. And they guide aircraft as they land and take off. So do we like his job? Okay, next. Thank you, Anthony. Okay, the next slide. Airmen with college degrees can become officers. They go to a school that's called Officer Training School. Some take charge during combat and others lead investigations. And some officers become doctors. Ooh. What you see here, these are the ranks of officers. So Butterbar, that's a lieutenant. That's what you get when you first go in. And if you stay in and you do really, 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 really well, you can get some of these stars for general officers. I don't think we saw what this plane is, but this is a refueler. So what it's doing is carrying gas that's going to fuel this jet that goes really, really fast. So this jet won't have to land on ground to get refueled. It does it in the air. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Fantastic. It says, did you know the Thunderbirds is a special group? These Air Force pilots tour the world, showing their flying skills. I've actually seen them. They're pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay, next slide, please. Air Force missions. Do we know what this is? Parachute? So it's being dropped out of the plane and it's carrying goods right here. Sometimes people jump out of planes with parachutes, but not this time. They're dropping goods. Okay, during the war, the Air Force flies combat missions. Fighter jets shoot down enemy planes and bombers strike enemy targets. That's a bomber, that's a fighter. So let's see, which one do you like better? Do you like the bomber better or the fighter? The fighter. That's the switch. That's bomber, that's fighter. Okay. Next slide, please, sir. Okay, the Air Force helps during natural disasters. In 2010, an earthquake hit Haiti. Airmen flew to the area and fixed the country's airport, and they helped people too. That's very nice. Okay, so these are pallets of water that the Air Force flew in to help Haiti to make sure that the people had water to drink. That's a ooh, and fantastic.
When you turn it on again, Windows restores your session. Would you like to hibernate your device now?
Okay, so some airmen train for rescue missions. Did you know the Air Force rescued folks too? It says they save people who are in danger. They have medical training and they help people who are hurt. Air Force members protect people around the world. Would you like to serve in the Air Force? Ooh. Okay, next slide, please. She's a pilot. Okay, so some quick facts. In 1907, the U.S. Army established an aeronautical division to research the use of flying machines. And then I'm going to skip on down to 1983. That's when the Thunderbird Squadron started. So there's a lot on here about the Air Force. But how about I open it up to questions? Does anybody have any questions about the Air Force? Or maybe what we did in the Air Force?
Rocco has a question.
Where's Rocco?
Right over here.
Hi, Rocco. What's your question? Hold on.
Do you have to know how to fly a plane to be in the Air Force?
What a great question. So, I went to school to actually learn how to fly planes. I flew some when I was at school, but that's not what I did active duty. I worked at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base and bought weapon systems like some of the planes you're seeing here. Just the fighter was older. It was called an F-16. I bought and sold weapon systems for folks that were fighting in the field, like that young man back there. Good question. Thank you. Okay.
Lauren.
What's my favorite singer or music group?
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a tough one. Does anybody here know who CeCe Winans is? She's my favorite singer. My favorite group. And then I'll let my husband answer who his is. Probably Earth, Wind, and Fire. Do you know who that is? Okay, those are mine. Who are yours? Favorite singer, favorite group?
So I'm an R&B person. Who likes R&B? Old school R&B. Like Gladys Knight and the Pips R&B. You do? Okay, that's probably my favorite singer and group. Solo artist, BB Wine.
We have a question from Oregon.
Okay.
Your favorite place you've ever visited?
That's a great question. So I'm going to have to say it's a place I actually went to with my husband. It was in Italy. I had the best pizza I've ever had in my life. But that's probably there.
So as a good husband, I have to say that was my favorite place too, right?
Did you travel there like on vacation, or was that like a location you traveled to in the service?
Okay, good question, Mia. So no, actually, his company, I went there because of his job. My favorite place when I was still in the military that I went to was Hawaii.
Oh my gosh.
That was a pretty nice trip. How about yours? In the military?
Probably Germany. Anyone been to Germany? Yeah. Okay. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
A little bit.
But my second favorite place was Mexico. I really love Mexico. Love the people there.
Any questions, Josh?
Why did you want to be in the Air Force?
That's a great question. Okay, so I'm going to give you the skinny on this answer. I went into the military a long time ago, and back then the Air Force was, I thought, the most understanding of women in terms of their mission. So my father was Army. I think Mr. Morrison mentioned that earlier. He was Army. His father was Army. I was surrounded by Army folks that served in our family. But my dad, I definitely did what my dad told me. He said, I recommend you go the Air Force route, and I did. And I'm so thankful I did. I loved every minute that I served in the Air Force. Good question. Thank you.
Omar has a question.
How long is the training to be in the Air Force?
Well, so my husband's going to laugh because he doesn't think the training in the Air Force is hard. It starts off very similar for all the services. Basic training, and I did a little bit longer basic training, but I'll let my husband tell you what he did for training.
Training in at least for my specialty in the Army was fairly extensive. Probably a couple years, but some of the things that I've done, a couple of years worth of training. But not like anything else.
What was your job in the Army? What did you do?
My job in the Army. So my specialty was actually shooting down, well, it's gone now, but shooting down that aircraft that you saw. Except not our aircraft, the enemy's aircraft. As Morrison will tell you, I tried to shoot her down. But that's not true.
He's kidding.
Sabina has a question. This is our birthday girl, by the way. She's 12 today.
Oh, it's okay, sweetheart. Sabina, I love your crown.
When is your birthday?
Well, so my birthday's in the summer. It's in July 28th. And
Yeah.
Come on, 9th of July. So do you all know what day tomorrow is? Yes, it's Veterans Day. Do you know how many branches of the military there are?
Does anybody know? Oh wait, so we can list questions.
Oh, 6. Who said 6? The Space Force.
There's 6.
Oh, if I had like all kinds of things to give you as a winner, that's awesome. Yes, there's 6.
Do we have any other questions?
Oh, sure.
Oh, Teacher Kate has one.
Okay.
Did you ever get to fly in one of those planes, like that F-16 or?
So I didn't get to fly the F-16. I flew when I was at school in their little trainer aircraft. It was called the T-41, the Cessna, but not the fighter aircraft. I would have had to have gone to a different school to learn how to fly that. It's called an undergraduate pilot thing, and I didn't do that.
We have a
Thank
question
you for
from
your
Cash.
question, though.
Do you have to know how to send?
Hold on. 1 second.
How long is the training to be in the Air Force? Do you have a favorite kind of plane?
Yes, I do. Probably the F-16, just because that's the generation of aircraft that I grew up with. And in terms of how long does it take to train to be in the Air Force, basic training for me was basically over a summer. Just a few months in the summer, folks yell at you, make you do a lot of physical stuff, and then you get to be in the Air Force when you're done. Well, I had 4 years of training. I went to it's called a service academy. So the basic training piece was only during the summer, but then I had to train for 4 years, and I also got a degree when I graduated. So about 4 years.
Any other questions? Nehemiah, any other questions? You were very vocal.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
What percentage of women from when you were in till now are in the Air Force?
So that's a great question. I can answer it for when I was in, because I was in 30 years ago. I'm old. Back then, 1 in 10 women went to the Air Force. So that's 10%. I think the numbers are kind of close to that right now. That's a very good question.
Let's give a round of applause for the women. Any other student or staff questions?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so the question is, where did my husband and I meet?
Oh.
I should tell the story. Okay, so our parents were both in the Army, stationed at Fort Carson, which is in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I in-processed into his high school. I'm actually a little bit older than him. So I was a junior, he was a sophomore. And as I was walking down the sidewalk with my father to in-process with the principal, he was behind me. I didn't know I was going to marry him later. But he was behind me making fun of the shoes I had. He called them deck shoes. I like them.
How long have you guys been married?
Since 1992, June 8th. Is that right?
Do we have any other questions?
I'm sorry. So I have a question for all of you.
You got
Where? Oh, of course. Nehemiah has a question.
What do you make social?
Okay, so there are 6 branches in the military. This beautiful young lady corrected me. Right, it's not 5 and 6. What's your favorite branch in the military? Air Force. Air Force.
Does anybody want to answer? What's that?
So you have Air Force, Army, Marines.
He said no.
No.
Well, it's the Marines. My best friend serves in the Marines, so partial.
Guess what today is? It's the Marine birthday.
Wow. I guess I have a text message to send.
Air Force because my big brother was in the Air Force.
Round of applause for Josh's brother. Any other answers?
I have just one question for you all. May we, pretty please, with sugar on top, like your birthdays, come back and see you.
I think I speak for everyone. You flew a lot of guest speakers and readers out of the water. Oh my gosh. You're so interactive and funny, and our school loves that. You guys are such a pleasure to have, and you are welcome to come back anytime. We will be reaching out next year. Once you come and visit HMS and we embrace you, you're always part of the family. Let's give a round of applause for our guest speakers. Without further ado, since it's Friday, Jess is going to lead us in some yoga to calm us down and start out the weekend. TGIF.
What's your favorite about Friday? Anybody have a favorite thing about Friday?
Weekend.
Guys, I know we just got calm, but I have to give credit where credit's due. Let's just say thank you to Anthony for finding our veterans today and reaching out to them. They were so great. So thank you, Anthony. Everybody have a great weekend.
Happy Friday, everybody.
I know you already